our next speaker coming on the stage, and I'll go ahead and introduce her as she joins us. So y'all ready? So the next speaker coming on the stage, I'm going to go ahead and allow her to share her screen. I'm so excited for this sis right here. It's an energy for me. It is the energy for me with all of her videos, all of her Instagram videos that she shares on social media about the benefits of health and juicing. And Miss Elle, you are able to share your screen. Let me know if it works for you. There we go. She's coming on the screen.
Okay, I'm coming. I think I'm coming. Hey, we made it. Hey,
We did. Let me finish your introduction. So
okay.
Miss Elle on social media has over 100,000 followers. And if you go to her page, which will drop shortly, you will see why. Her visuals, her beautiful face, all the beautiful fruits and vegetables that she uses, literally, it's amazing to see all of her videos that pop up. I love following her. Every video she pops up or she makes, I try to remake on my own. It don't look as good. But she has been doing a lot, and pretty much, in the space, she's been doing a lot in terms of juicing recipes for wellness, for your health. And so she's going to talk to us about juices, herbal juices, to help you remix your wellness routine. Because I don't know if y'all know, but y'all can juice as well as combine herbs for maximum benefit. So I will let Miss Elle take over. Is that a real background? Is this a virtual background?
It's virtual, girl. I wish one day my background will look as beautiful as this, but no, this is all virtual.
Your vibe over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, make sure if you're doing the demo with the virtual background, just make sure to remove. Okay.
I'm not. I'm going to take it off.
Great. Okay. All right. So without further ado, you all welcome Miss Elle, aka Elena Brown, to the stage.
Hey y'all. Thank you, Abril. Thank you so much for just creating this space. It is a complete honor to be here in the room with all of you. The desire to know and learn more is really something that speaks to my heart. And I know it takes time out of your day to be here. So I appreciate that. And kudos to you for the time you're taking for yourselves to learn and absorb more information. So I love you guys already. Thank you for sharing space with me, and Abril for creating such a beautiful space. So without further ado, I will get started and share my screen. Y'all bear with me because I have been fumbling and trying to make sure everything works properly. So we will see how it goes in just a second. Hold on. All right. Okay, let's see if I share. Can you guys see my screen with the presentation? If you can, just put yes in the chat. Let me look at the chat. Okay, great. All right, perfect. I'm glad you guys can see it. And then I will just bring up my screen. All right, here we go. So again, my name is Elle, everybody. I go by Get Well with Elle on Instagram and all the social media platforms, but my name is Elena. I am a certified health coach and an herbalist, and just an all-around holistic health and wellness enthusiast. I was born and was raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. So I come from a long lineage of healers, and people get spooked out when I tell them I'm from New Orleans. They got to know that we healers over there. Okay, I don't know what they be on, but we are healers, and I am super honored to continue the work that was passed down from my ancestors. And today we are talking about elevated herbal medicine and how to use juicing and herbs for health. Okay, let's get into it. So quiz. I know you like, Elle, wait a minute. Hold on now. We just got started. How you giving us a pop quiz already? But listen, this is just a little warm up. There's no grade at the end of anything, so don't worry, okay? So here's a pop quiz. You ready for it? The question is, how many servings of fruits and or vegetables are recommended to maintain health? I'll give you like 5 seconds to put it in a chat. How many servings of fruits and or vegetables are recommended to maintain health? Does anybody know that? I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on, see y'all. 2. Y'all okay, 1. All right. So the loose answer is 4 to 5 servings. Now this is, and I say loose answer because this is based on the American Heart Association. However, there are other health organizations that recommend up to 10 servings of both fruits and vegetables per day. Okay. And so now you're probably like, Lord Jesus, that is a lot. Why so many? Why so many fruits and vegetables? And I get it. I don't know about you, but I grew up not eating that many fruits and vegetables. And even in my early adult years, I never ate that many. And like I said, I'm from Louisiana. So the vegetables I did get were smothered down to the ground. Okay. And there were probably not very many nutrients in them once they got to the table because of how we cook our food. But the simple answer to why so many is because it's for our health and healing. Our bodies absolutely need fruits and vegetables for our health and healing, right? For the nourishment of our bodies, not just for the taste, right? These things are nourishing and medicinal, right? And when I say things, I'm talking about fruits and vegetables, food, and for balancing energy. The foods that we consume carry specific energies, right? So fruits and vegetables are often associated with the energy of like growth and renewal and vitality. And when we consume these foods, we align ourselves with those energies, right? So it's important that we adopt good things. We put good things in our body so we can feel good energetically. To prevent disease, there are powerful antioxidants and phytochemicals that protect our bodies from disease, and healing and vitality. So natural remedies are found in fruits and vegetables and have been our go-to for many, many years for our ancestors, right? And for us as well. So I know you've heard a lot of quotes like, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. That was by Hippocrates, but I know that's a famous saying, but there is some controversy as to if he actually said that or not. But I know many of you have heard that, or maybe not. Maybe you have heard this African proverb that says a healthy person remains healthy because he eats the right food. Y'all, these quotes didn't just fall from the sky. They're not just made up just because, right? Not only is there so much truth in these statements, but there's also science in many cases to back it up, okay? And our ancestors were behind this as well. They were brilliant. Do you understand me? Our ancestors were brilliant in how they utilized the gifts of the land. And speaking specifically from an African-American ancestral point of view, brilliant in how they used the very little resources they had, okay, to heal themselves and their families. So our ancestors found healing in the land, nurturing their bodies with what it provided. Okay, they believed every fruit, every vegetable, every herb, every plant that grew from this earth had a purpose, and it does. I love this quote. It's by Miss Hattie Clark. It's from a book called Working the Roots. And she says, you used to go out in the field and find all your medicine. Okay, that's right. She said you had to go outside and either pull it from the ground or take it from the ground or pull it from a tree. Okay, we've gotten far away from that, but this is in our DNA, you guys. It is a part of who we are to be able to nourish and heal ourselves through medicine. Through fruits and vegetables. So I'm just gonna, on that note, on the ancestral note, I want to take you through a few fruits and vegetables, you may recognize some that not only did we eat, or our ancestors eat and have for good eating, for taste, but for medicinal use as well. Now, the first one I'm going to tell you about is a staple. It is an absolute staple in African American culture, especially if you have roots in the South, which most of us do. This vegetable is indigenous to Africa. And it actually came over with enslaved Africans to the States. If you can guess what vegetable I'm about to tell you, put it in a chat. I'll give you a couple of seconds. I'll give you 5. I'll give you 4, 3. If you can guess it, 2. Come on, come on, come on. 1. All right. And it is okra. If you guess okra, that is absolutely right. Okra is full of so many nutrients like calcium and folic acid and vitamins and B6. And often it was used by our ancestors to help regulate bowel movements. It was used to help relieve constipation. And it has probiotic properties, which is also great for maintaining your gut health. I remember my grandmother saying she used to fry her okra before she like stewed it and put tomatoes and stuff in it. But she used to say, "Oh, child, I got to fry all this slime out this okra. There's too much slime in this okra." And I used to go, "Slime? What is she talking about? What is the slime?" You know, and as I grew up, I did the same thing. I would cook the slime out of the okra. But you guys, that mucus-like slime that we would try to fry out of our okra, it was a fiber that did all the things to help with what I just said, like the bowel movements, and it worked as a laxative. That was the mucousy like fiber that would help to ease our bowels, right? And clean you out. You know, they used to say, "Oh, you could take that and clean you out." And that's exactly what it did. So I'm going to go through the next few examples fairly quickly, just for the sake of time. We have celery. I know from in most recent years, celery and celery juice has been all the rave and the craze and made kind of famous by some of the others. Some of other people have made it famous. But I want you to know today that celery and celery broth has long been used as a healer in African American traditions to treat gout, to cleanse the blood, and also used as a diuretic. Okay, watermelon. This is one I'm sure you know, used for hydration, obviously, as we would work in the fields. Pot liquor or pot liqueur is the broth that's left over cooking greens like mustard or collards or turnip greens. And it was said to be very nutrient dense and used as an immune booster. And then onions. So onions have been used for cold, flu, cough, congestion, and insect repellent, which is not surprising because child onions don't smell the best, okay? And also cuts if you were cut. And this is why you might see, your grandmother might have done this with you, or you might see people now on social media doing this, but they would put an onion on the sole of your foot and cover it with a sock to help draw out that inflammation, draw out the infection. That's onions have properties to help do that. So saying all this to say, you can see that not only was fruit or our fruit and veggies good for taste and enjoyment, but our ancestors used them for health or to get us back to health if we were sick. And this is why it's so important to do conferences and things like the ones we're doing now. We have to be good stewards of this information and continue to pass down some of this ancestral and indigenous knowledge to our children and to the generations to come. Okay. And that's just a little bit about how our ancestors used fruits and veggies, what I just covered. But overall, the overall benefits of consuming the right amounts of fruits and vegetables is for nutrients, right? To reduce the risk of these lifestyle and chronic diseases like high blood pressure, like heart disease, like stroke. Those are things that we can prevent, you guys. Don't let anybody tell you that you just inherited it. Yes, it may have happened to your mother, your grandmother, or whomever, but those things are lifestyle, like high blood pressure, lifestyle diseases. It is heavily based on how you live your life and what you consume. For your digestive health, for your immune support, hydration, skin health, and even mood and mental health, okay? And remember, how many servings we need? At least, at minimum, 4 to 5 to keep us well. So I know some of you looking like this man right here, like, Elle, now that's a lot now, 4 to 5. I don't know if I could eat that many servings, okay? And I know it was hard for me as well, until, of course, I found juicing. Hey, look at me. Y'all, I be acting crazy on these people internet. Y'all see me dancing? It provided so many great benefits for me, and it just brought me joy. It put my mental health back into a good space. And to be completely honest, when I started this whole emotionally and mentally, and juicing really, really impacted not just my physical health, but my mental and emotional health in a positive way. Okay, let's move on. So it was juicing that allowed me to servings or meet my easy way to meet my daily servings of fruits and vegetables. Again, I've never been a heavy eater, so the thought of incorporating that many servings of anything was difficult for me. When I get stressed, I would not eat. I'm one of those people, like my nerves bad, I'm not eating. But that's not good. So juicing was an easy way for me to consume the things I needed to consume. Quick absorption of nutrients, right? So things like amino acids, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, antioxidants, all those things are quickly absorbed into your system because your body doesn't have to spend the energy to break down and process food like how you eat whole foods. It can automatically and easily and quickly be absorbed into your bloodstream if it doesn't have to break down those fibers. It's immune system boosting, it's alkalizing and detoxifying. I love doing juice cleanse and juice fast. And also it does a great deal of work on your energy as well. It's for sure energy boosting, if nothing else. So once I discovered and incorporated more fruits and veggies via juicing, I was cooking with grease, y'all. I felt so good. And so many of us don't realize that the ailments, whether physical, mental, emotional, come from a lack of nutrition, literally being malnourished and vitamin deficient, okay? And dehydrated. That's a big one too. Uh-oh, went backwards, I'm sorry. And then once that happened, once you're malnourished, once you're vitamin deficient, a lot of things can start to go wrong in your body. Your body will tell you when something's off. It can be challenging to get yourself back to working more optimally. If we're not fueling our bodies with the proper amount of nutrients, we can't operate optimally. Just like I like to use the analogy of a car, right? If you put sugar in your tank as opposed to fuel, guess what? Your car ain't gonna work. But if you put the right fuel, the right gas in it, your body is going to work like it's supposed to. So again, once you get off track and you find yourself in a place of being malnourished, you may want to enlist some more support, but don't worry, I got you, okay? So fruits, let's bring it all together here. So if we're not quite eating the amount of fruits we need, which fruits are great for cleansing, and we're not quite eating our veggies that are great for replenishing and rebuilding our body, or maybe you know what, you're like, Elle, I'm doing my best, but I'm facing some very specific issues, some very specific ailments, some things I need to get to the bottom of, and I just feel like I need more support. This is where the gifts of the land, you guys, are so beautiful and so miraculous, because we also have, guess what? Guess what we also have to support us in this journey of healing and health? Guess what else? We got herbs. Hey, look at my little friend dancing. I love this meme. But there are hundreds of herbs that can help to repair and support healing. So I don't want to go too deep into herbal knowledge, like herbal names and actions and histories. That's a different class for a different day. But I did create a chart just to help show you how fruits and veggies and herbs can work together. So here you see the use, right? The use of fruits and veggies and the use of herbs. For fruits are typically seen as cleansing. They are used to cleanse the body. Veggies are used to rebuild. Okay, rebuild the body, replenish the body. Now, that doesn't mean that veggies can't do cleansing and fruits can't do rebuilding. That can happen in some cases, but generally speaking, fruits are cleansing, veggies are rebuilding. And as for herbs, they are there to support repair, and aid in healing as well. There's a bunch of different actions that herbs can can have, but generally they are broken down into three categories, which are detoxifying, regenerating, and regulate, right? And again, there's a bunch of different actions under each of those pillars, but herbs detoxify, they regenerate, and they help to regulate. Then we move on to see the nutrients are the active constituents in both fruits and vegetables and herbs. For fruits, these are the things that when you consume them, this is what gets your body to react, right? It's the vitamins, it's the amino acids, it's the minerals, the enzymes, antioxidants that protects your bodies from oxidation and cancerous things. That's where that comes in. And then herbs, the active constituents are things like flavonoids, phenols, tannins, vitamins, minerals that sound familiar, some of the same things that are in our fruits and vegetables. How to consume fruits and veggies. You can eat them or you can drink them via juice or a smoothie. For herbs, have a tea or tincture, capsule, eat or drink. Okay, there's some synchronicity there. And then where are we getting these things? What is the origin? Fruits and veggies come from the land, herbs come from the land, okay? And then potential effects, right? So anti-inflammatory. So what are these things doing to your body? What are fruits and vegetables? What kind of effect does it have on your body? It can be anti-inflammatory, diuretic. It could be a laxative, an aphrodisiac. It could be nutritive. And same for herbs. And the list goes on and on. You guys, this is not an exhaustive list, okay? So I just put a few things on here so you can see that there's what? Some synergy. It all works together, right? Fruits and veggies, I feel like, are the foundation. It is what we use to what we consume in order to keep us in a healthy space. But sometimes life's, right? Life go to lifing, and we have to enlist the help of some of these herbs of the earth that are miraculously here for us. And that's how we can get some balance, right? So now we have fruits and veggies, right? So fruits, again, for cleansing, vegetables for replenishing, herbs for support and repair. And guess what? They're all working together for our health and for our healing. So this is where the fun begins. This is where I get into my creative bag, okay, with my love of juicing and the knowledge of the power of herbs. And I began to create what I call herbal infused juicing, right? Yep. Now, I'm sure people have done this before in the past. I hadn't seen very much of this done, but I love it because I personally wanted the best of both worlds. And I realized that so many of my clients needed just a bit more support to help them along their healing journey. So this is where herbal infused juicing comes in. So you might say, Elle, why on earth would you mix the two? Like, why don't you either have a juice or have some herbal tea? Okay. And I understand that question, but here's the reasoning. And here's what I see as some benefits to that. Number one is taste. I'll be very honest with you. Some herbs just don't taste great. Okay. Some can be very bitter or pungent or quite frankly, just discouraging when you smell them to take them. Okay. So finding a way to make the taste more palatable was important to me and was a great way to help people push past the taste to get to the benefits, because that's what we really want, right? Sometimes we got to push the taste aside to get to the benefit of the herb. And it helps people to be more consistent when they don't have to hold their nose and drink whatever it is to disguise the taste, right? So taste was big for me. Number two was enhanced nutrient absorption. This just means not only are we getting nutrients from juicing our fruits and veggies, but we're also able to get what the herb provides as well. All of those medicinal, wonderful benefits. Customization. I get to tailor the pairings of fruits and vegetables with the herbs that complement or support it for whatever specific issue I'm desiring to heal at that particular time. And number four, you knew I was going to circle back to this one, increasing your fruit and veggie intake. You already know this is another opportunity to get the nutrition that our bodies need, okay? And here's just a little table that I created just to show you a few pairings that you can make that you can easily and directly add to your juicer. So you'll see on the fruit and vegetable side, you have apples and berries, carrots, melon, mango, peach, cucumber, pomegranate, beets, pineapple, grapes. You can put all of those things in your juicer along with some of these herbs, fresh herbs like mint and basil, parsley, cilantro, rosemary. All of those can be directly put into your juicer. For example, you might want to do watermelon and parsley. Parsley is a diuretic, right? Mix the two together. Now, you might not want to just drink, parsley tea. That might not taste good to you, or, parsley juice, a shot of that might not taste so good. But if you mix it with watermelon, they complement each other, and they taste really good. And if you're trying to fight water retention for whatever reason, that might be something that you look into, right? So you're like, all right, now all that's cute, Elle, but there's so many more herbs. How do we use the ones that can't go in the juicer? And that's a great question as well. So as many of you know, there are several different ways to extract the medicinal properties from herbs. Some require alcohol, some require oil to extract the medicinal properties, which in the case of creating an herbal infused juice, that would not work for us. But there are many herbs in which can be extracted with water. The medicinal properties can be extracted with water, and those are the ones I work with to create infusions and decoctions, okay? All right. So at this point, I know I ran through that information. It felt like lightning fast, but we're going to get to the good stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and transition my little computer into the kitchen so you guys can take a look at how we create an herbal infused juice, okay? So Abril, just bear with me as I transition. Just give me just a second. Now I'm going to go on mute for a minute.
No worries. How are you all loving the information so far that Miss Elle shared with us? I know it's been good. I'm over here in the background taking notes too. I'm like, okay, what can I combine? Because I will be honest, I'm not a big juicer. I just got into juicing this year. I bought a juicer sometime during Black Friday last year. And so I'm slowly and steadily juicing. And so I don't know many combinations. So Elle, you got to come with us with the combinations. Actually, Elle is having an ebook. I may be jumping ahead, but in that bundle we have that's being released on October 30th for only $67, Elle has two, not one, but two ebooks that she is offering on not only just juicing recipes, but herbal juices and juicing recipes combined. So y'all, two ebooks. You get two ebooks in that whole bundle of ebooks and courses. So Elle, you just let me know when you're ready and I'll stop talking.
Hey, that's okay. Yep, that is absolutely right. You did not jump the gun at all. I am going to, let's see. Blur my background. I don't want to blur it. I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing here. All right. Can y'all see my juicer? All right. Okay, good. All right. Let me pan this up. Okay, so I am on my laptop. I try my best, y'all, to set this up in a way that you can see it. So today we are doing, I try to think of a recipe that a lot of people deal with, that I've gotten a lot of feedback on, that's not specific to either men or women. But the truth is, I have a lot of women that frequent my page. I'm about 80% guys, girls to guys. So I definitely thought about this. And so I am going to do an iron, something for low iron. If you're fighting anemia or low iron levels, this one is for you. Okay. And so somebody said, yeah, okay, Shaquana, good. All right, so we got something for you. So like Abril said, I will have all of these recipes, not all of these, but this one is in my ebook that I'm releasing. I specifically saved the release for the bundle, the BIPOC Herbalism Conference bundle. So it will be in there. I don't know if I'm gonna sell it after that. Maybe not, but y'all gonna have to buy the bundle to get this one. But it's 7 juice recipes, herbal infused juice recipes, okay? So for this, we are using, I'll show you what we're using. We're using beets, okay? Because beets are an iron-rich vegetable, root vegetable. And you can see it's red, it's blood building, right? So we'll use beets. We're gonna use oranges, okay? And we're gonna use pineapples for this one. All right, so it's beets, oranges, pineapples. Now, why the oranges and the pineapples? That's because oranges and pineapples have vitamin C. Vitamin C helps your body to absorb the iron that you put in it. Okay. Always remember, even if you're taking like iron supplements, which I would be very careful of depending on like what type of iron supplement you're taking, but you need to pair that with some vitamin C. You can eat your vitamin C or you can take it as a supplement. Always eating it is better or drinking it is better, but vitamin C is absolutely necessary in order to help your body absorb the iron rich foods that you are putting in it, right? And you might be like, okay, so what are we putting in it that's super iron rich? So for the herb, I use nettle. So nettle leaf, not the root. The root is used for other things, specific other issues. But nettle leaf is really, really iron rich, and it's great for if you're dealing with anemia, if you're dealing with low iron levels and stuff like that. So today I'm using nettle leaf. All right. And if you want to get real fancy, I steeped a little yellow dock root earlier. Yellow dock also is good for low iron levels as well. But yellow dock is a root. And with roots, you have to make a decoction, right? So I use my little, I have this cute little glass pot where I put my herbs in the little infuser in the middle, and I'll boil it for about 15-20 minutes. Okay. And that's how you make a decoction. But that's not what we're doing. We're not going to put yellow dock in it today. We're only using nettle. Okay. And so I have, for the sake of time, I've already steeped my nettle leaf. I put it in my little T-ball strainer here. It's already steeped and ready to go. I don't know if you can see the color with in the screen, but it's like a light brown tannish color. Okay. And so what I'm going to do now, so ordinarily, so step by step, this is what happens. So you will steep your nettle. You take about a teaspoon of nettle leaf, you put it in your T-ball strainer, you pour your hot water over it, you let it steep about 7 to 10 minutes. Mine has been steeping a lot longer than that because I was presenting to you guys and I made it earlier. But once you steep it, you set it aside and allow it to cool down. And while it's cooling, you can do other things. You can juice, right? And that's what I'm about to do right now. So you can juice all your other items, but allow it to cool, and then you can get to juicing. So first, and I might, depending on, you guys tell me if this juicer is really loud or if you can hear me talk over it. But if not, I'll put it on mute so you don't have to hear the noise of the juicer. So the first thing I'm going to do is juice my beets. So a quick tip and trick for juicing, always alternate hard and soft textures with your fruits and veggies. So you'll see me do beet, and then you might see me throw in an orange, and then I'll do beet again, and then I'll do some pineapple, and then I'll do orange, and then beet. So I'll mix it up just to not congest your juicer, okay? And I'm gonna put on a glove because your girl got a good manicure, and these beets, they don't care. They don't care about your manicure. They don't care about you just getting your nails done. They don't care about your nail polish, okay? So put on a glove to if you're working with beets. They will stain like nobody's business. All right. So I'm gonna turn my juicer on. And if it's too loud, somebody comment, okay? Is that too loud? You guys let me know. Nope. No. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Good. So I'm gonna throw in my beets, just maybe like 1 or 2. So this is just one beet, you guys. Just one beet. The orange. Throwing in some more beets. And I'm using 3 oranges and about a 1/4 or so of a pineapple. If you want to use a little bit more, you want it sweeter, use it. What on tab say that, because that's your business. If you want it sweet, you do you, and that's okay. Okay. So we're just juicing this all up. Right. And I can see a couple of questions, maybe if they're coming in right now. Maybe not. Hold on. Oh, what is the name of the juicer? Okay, this is my Cuvings Revo 830 juicer. Okay, it's a Cuvings Revo 830 juicer, and I have a link that's linked in my bio on Instagram as well. Okay, if you're interested in that, and you can use I have a 20% off coupon, I think, so you can use that if you're interested and need a juicer. All right. So you can see we're done. See, that was quick. So once you're all prepped and I always peel my citrus because, and I can turn this off, but I always peel my citrus because, and you don't have to, but y'all, it's nasty if you don't, to me. And I'm all about, it gotta taste good in order for me to stick to it. What do you do with the pulp? That's a great question. A lot of people use it to make cookies, certain like breads, like pastries and stuff. You can dry it, you can freeze it. I use it for my smoothie. So if I make something with berries in it, I will freeze that pulp and then throw it back in my smoothie maybe over the next few days. I'll put it in like a silicone ice tray and fill it up and put it in my freezer, and then I'll dump those in and use them as a smoothie. So what was I saying? So this quick, right? Didn't take us very long to juice all of that material. And then this is my favorite part, y'all. It's the most gratifying part, is pulling this lever and seeing this juice come out. So here we go. Ooh, yeah. That's my favorite part to do. And it smells good. I can smell it already, right? So I am not a fan of beets. If you don't like the taste or like the earthiness, because beets have a naturally semi-sweet taste, but some people don't like the earthiness of beets, go ahead and peel them. That helps as well. Also, golden beets, that's a thing too. Golden beets are a little bit more mild and less earthy in taste. So if you want to use golden beets, they can be found at Whole Foods as well, and that can help you as well, okay? So now we have our juice prepared, right? So that recipe gave us, let me see how much we made. A little over 2 cups, so about 16 ounces, right? This is about 16 ounces of juice from the fruits and veggies that we just used. All right. And then I'm gonna just pour it in this glass. So first, I'm gonna pour in my hold on, y'all. First, I'm gonna pour in my nettle leaf herbal tea, and this is about a cup. Okay. I'm gonna pour this over my sinks, y'all, so I don't waste it, okay? All right. And then I'm gonna pour in, the rest of it is gonna be my beet juice mixture. I hate that you can't, it's not as pretty on screen as it is in person. We're gonna do that, like so, like that, like on tab, okay? And then you can take a straw, and you can also put this over ice if you want to, okay? You can put it over ice. Y'all think I be putting on when I dance in my videos on Instagram? I don't. I really be dancing when I eat and when I drink, okay? And this is so, so good, y'all. It's the pineapple for me. It's the pineapple. It's the citrus that does it for me with beets every time. And that's it. And we're done.
Yes, I want to try this mix.
It's good. I promise, Abril. If I promise, it's good. And I'm not a beet fan. I don't do beets very well, but I can have them like this. Honeydew is like that as well. I'm not a fan of like eating honeydew melon, but I can juice it and tolerate it that way.
Honeydew beets taste dirty to me, but I will eat them via a juice. And somebody asked, all the ingredients are raw. We're consuming it raw to get all those benefits. And so we're a little time. So I want to just go through and pull some of the most important questions that we have in the chat, in the Q&A box. So we won't be able to answer all of them. My session is next, so we can kind of go with the flow.
Okay.
I'll kick you out.
They want to see you too, girl. Hurry up and get me out of here.
So somebody asked about the ebooks being sold separately. out of the bundle. So I'll answer that. I believe Elle's first ebook, the one she has two in the bundle, one is available for purchase. The second one, it is only being released in the bundle. Now let me tell you the value of buying the bundle. Like combine, you know, the price combined, it's almost the price of the bundle.
Yeah.
So why buy two separate ebooks and you can buy the bundle and spend $67 and get almost 30 ebooks and courses? It's just a no-brainer. So definitely pick up the bundle to get those two ebooks and save money, because again, buying them separately will be the price pretty much of the bundle.
Yeah.
We answer this. Let's see. There's another question on infusion versus a decoction. So, you know, I'm a tea person, but I'll let, if you want to answer it. They're just asking about time wise. So I'll just go ahead since I'm talking.
Yeah.
Um, Infusion is when you let the tea steep,
Yeah.
and hot water is for the lighter parts of the herb. Decoction is when you bring the herbs to a boil and you let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. Infusion, I say anywhere from 15 minutes on up is when you start getting the best, the goodies out. All right,
Yeah.
let's go and get some more. Is blending the same? Do you get the same benefits with blending because of that fiber versus juicing?
That's a really great question. So it depends on what your goal is. So blending the fiber, all of the fiber is left in the smoothie that you're making, because essentially that's what it would be, a smoothie. With juicing, the benefit is there's no insoluble fiber. There is soluble fiber in a juice, but the benefit is your body doesn't have to use the energy that it would normally use to break down food in your system. It uses that energy to be able to repair and restore and infuse you with a quick infusion of vitamins and nutrients and all the things you need. So there's benefits to both. Yes, you can do a smoothie and blend them, but as far as juicing is concerned, there's benefit to that as well, especially if you're needing a quick infusion of nutrients and vitamins, minerals, all the things.
And are there any fruits and vegetables that should not be paired? You know, when it comes to herbs, some herbs can be paired together because it will counteract, the properties will counteract with each other. Is that true for juicing?
Not for now. If you're doing herbal infused juices, yes. So the same rules would apply with herbs. So you don't want to pair any herbs that counteract each other in with your juice. So you want to stay away from that in general. And in my book, I only do one herb with and pair that with my juice recipes. And we could get fancier later, but I just wanted to kind of get people into the habit of mixing the two before we kind of took it up a notch. But no, there's no interactions between fruits and veggies as far as juicing is concerned that you need to be aware of that would have like adverse effects on you, unless of course you're doing something like cabbage juice and something else. Sometimes it can make you a little gassy, so that's something to be aware of too.
And then how often do you juice? Like, can I juice 7 times a day? Like, is there a limit on that?
Listen, I batch juice, y'all. So I take like 2 days a week and I'll make the juices that I need for like 3 or 4 days. And the benefit of having like a good slow masticating juicer is it lasts longer. So I can juice on like Sunday. Like today I'll do batch juicing and it'll last me up until about Wednesday. Okay. And then on Wednesday I'll juice again and that'll last me until Sunday. So I don't juice all day every day. I don't have time. I have a family. I have a business, like I have things going on. So no, I do not juice all day every day, but I do batch juicing.
Someone is asking for a list of herbs with contraindications. If you all are in my course, I believe my tea blending course, I actually provide you with a list of herbs. It's a short list of herbs that have contraindications with certain actual chemicals in the plants. Okay, just off the top of my head, if you want to research alkaloids and tannins, those are some that will that should not be paired together if you want to do your own research. And then the rest of the questions are about the bundle. So as far as the bundle, and I can again go ahead and answer that, y'all. I'm ready for the bundle too. Okay, trust me. Conference team over there has been putting the bundles on the website, getting everything ready for you all. But the bundle, again, it's not released yet. It releases on October 30th. We wanted to give everybody time to kind of decompress from the conference. Even you all, we've been slamming you with all things BIPOC Herbalism Conference. Oh, so we didn't want y'all tired of us. So we wanted to give y'all a week to kind of just let the information from the conference settle, let you digest it. We're going to be back on October 30th. It will only be available for 7 days.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. So you all only have 7 days to purchase this bundle, which is over 95% off at $67. It's going to be almost 30 courses, full courses, and full ebooks from the speakers at the conference, as well as other people who are not in the conference. We have some people that have contributed doula training courses, like whole courses on how to be a doula. Yeah. We have, again, full courses. It's a great value. So that's all we have for the questions. We are a little bit on overtime. I know y'all ready for this bundle. I've been plugging it. I just want to get y'all excited about it, but it's coming. We gotta put it on the website. It is coming. So thank you so much. I was just about to say, conference team, go ahead and drop Elle's links. Elle's link has been dropped in the chat. Conference team is on it.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So if you want to follow her on her socials, her Instagram, TikTok, I know you had a YouTube. Her YouTube channel is
I'm just starting.
okay. I will watch it. I'm gonna go follow. All of that is in the links, and we're asking everybody, Elle, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yes.
I have two. One is yellow, and the other is probably green.
All right, y'all. Y'all already know what to do. Go ahead and show some love for
Goodness.
Miss Elle and drop those emojis in the chat. This is all for you. We love that session. We love the juices. Again, I was learning too with the juices and the herbs. I'm a newbie to juicing, and you're always a vibe, Elle. You're always a vibe. And I heard that New Orleans come out. I'm like, okay, let me go visit her. She sounds like a good time.
Uh-oh. Okay, there it goes. You said you heard New Orleans?
I heard the New Orleans come out in your accent.
Y'all, you only hear it if I get real excited or if I get real mad. If you make me real mad, it'll come out for sure. But thank y'all. This was a pleasure and honor. Thank you so much for having me. And all the best to all of you. Sending so much love and light and healing to all of you. So thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Elle. You take care. I'll see you on the social media street somewhere.
Yes, and I'll see y'all in VIP later, right?
Oh,
Network.
yes. If you want to join us, go ahead. Come on. We're VIP is at
3.
It's at 3. I'm thinking, can I get through it? Just
Okay.
pop one and yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Bye, you guys. Thank you.
All right. See you later.